Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we start learning something, we want instant results. And this happens because we have a default setting of reacting to every knowledge. Rather than responding, we start reacting. And as a result, when Panchakoshas are rejected, there is nothing that is remaining. This is how the student inquired. See, if we start and then experience rather than imagining. So this question which was raised by the student, that if the Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya, if these are rejected, then there is nothing that remains to be experienced because this is the only thing we know. And therefore nothing is remaining. What does it mean? It means the student is trying to understand without giving up identification with the Panchakoshas. See? And therefore, it is necessary that we work on this. And what is working on this? Is you will never get it in any book. You have to discover your own techniques. Like a child, when the child starts learning how to walk, has any child ever gone to his mother, Mummy, when you were a baby like me, how did you learn walking? Can you teach me? No. The child learns by his own techniques. See? First. Second thing, he never gives up. If we can learn this thing from the child, that we have to discover our own techniques. Every time asking question, but why and how? Those who are howling at the life, they are whiling away the life. See? And therefore, here the teacher says that your question is very wrong because Badham Nidra Daya Sarve Anubhuyanti na itaraha Tatha api eti anubhuyanti yena tam ko nivarayet. The one who is experiencing these 5 great koshas through which the truth is expressing, to that absolute knowledge, pure consciousness, how can you deny? See? Therefore, the various stories we come across in the scriptural literature, they have got this subtle meaning. Example. There was a Guru Maharaj and he wanted to retire, take a samadhi. So he decided to fix next person who will take care of his work. And therefore he decided to take an examination. So he told, both of you, I give you a matchbox, go separately and burn all the sticks. But remember one thing, nobody should see you. Okay, the street smart disciple, he went to the bathroom and burnt all the sticks and came back in 15 minutes. The other disciple did not come. So the first disciple said, see, I have come, give me this. He said, no, we have to wait till the last date of submission of the application is over. So, after 24 hours, the other disciple came. And Guru asked, so, have you finished? No, I could not burn a single matchstick. How come? The first one was very happy. Anyway, I knew he's dumb, he can't do anything. I'm smart. So, the teacher asked, okay, you burnt all the sticks. Where did you go and do it? Where nobody has seen you? I went in the bathroom. Closed the door and did it. Nobody saw me. Very good. You are intelligent. What about you? I could not find any place where nobody is seeing, because wherever I went, I was seeing. See the difference? Unless we become subjective in our experiences, we will only be objective in our understanding. And this is one of the biggest obstacles every educated fool has. Because what happens, that in the material sciences, we learn everything objectively. And that habit of objectification in the knowledge is the biggest burden. See, for example, we learn physics, chemistry, mathematics, everything. But it is other than I, objectively. See? And therefore, here the teacher is trying to help us. That the one who has been illuminating and who has negated all the Panchakoshas, how can you negate him? So, yena tam ko nivarayet, you cannot negate. And therefore, this self cannot be an object of experience. Swayam eva anubhutitvat vidyate na anubhavyata. Anubhavyata means becoming an object of experience. So this reality cannot become an object of experience because Swayam eva anubhutitvat is of the nature of experience. It is not experience of something. It is not knowledge of something. It is not existence of something. See? But we have been always learning and understanding that it is the knowledge of mathematics, knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. It is not of. Therefore, Swayam eva anubhutitvar vidyate na anubhavyata, and therefore jnatru jnana antarabhavad adneyaha. And because there is no possibility of knower who has known something. So what is this experience? This experience that is that where the experiencer and the experienced duality does not happen. See? So experience without an experiencer, experience without an object of experience, and therefore only absolute experience. And therefore, it cannot become an object of experience. And natu asattaya. Why the truth doesn't become an object of experience, why we cannot experience, it is not because it is non-existent, but because it is you yourself. It is something like this, you know. A sugar cane went to the doctor. And Dr. Sahab, kindly check my sugar. I feel I am having very high sugar. A sugar cane never suffers from diabetes. See? Because that is its very nature. And therefore, udaharan is given, madhuryadi svabhavanam anyatra svaguna arpinam swasmin tad arpanapeksha natu cha asti anyat arpakam. So the things like the sugar. The sugar has the sweetness, it doesn't depend on sweetness which is borrowed. See? The Rasgulla and Jalebi, they borrow sweetness from the sugar. See? Like the knowledge we borrow from others. Where from we borrow these days? Gugalananda Maharaj. See? For anything, you Google, copy, paste, copy, paste. One place I went, a small boy, maybe about 10, 12 years, he said, Swamiji, I have written an article. I said, very good. Show me. Please come and see on my iPad. So he opened. Very good. How did you write so much? Oh, Swamiji, I had to work hard. What is that working hard? Nothing. Google. Go and put the search word and something comes, you like it, and you copy it and paste it, copy it and paste. That's it. See? And therefore, with this technique, we want to know the self. It can never happen. So, swasmin tad arpanapeksha na. As regards the sweetness itself is concerned, sugar doesn't require any borrowed sweetness. Similarly, we do not require any borrowed experience. We are not talking about experience of something. Arpakantaraahittepi asteshantat swabhavata ma bhut tatha anubhavyatvam bodhatma tu nahiyate. So, the sugar being itself of the nature of sweetness doesn't expect any sweetness from others because tat swabhavata, it is the very nature of the sugar to be sweet in the same manner. Ma bhut tatha anubhavyatvam. Maybe we are not able to experience the self as an object of knowledge. See? This is one of the very important technique given in our various texts, wherein we are trying to recognize the experience where experiencer and experienced does not exist. For example, sounds are heard by the ears. But don't we hear also the silence? Unless silence is heard, the sounds will not become many. Like Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. How many times I chanted? 3 times. Why 3 times? Because after one Sri Ram, there was absence of the sound. Now, how many times I chanted Om? Once. Because in between, there was no silence. Now, third step. Sounds are heard by ears. The ears cannot hear the silence. And yet, we experience silence. So that which is not only illuminating the sounds through the ears, but which is also illuminating the absence of the sound, and therefore the truth is beyond the sound and the silence. See, it's beyond. And therefore, when it is beyond the sound and the silence, we don't depend on the sound and the silence to establish our presence. Whether I am or I am not doesn't depend on the objective world. Is it not? In the deep sleep, the total objective world, including the Panchakoshas, are completely negated, and yet do we experience our absence? So this eternal presence cannot become an object of knowledge. Now if you take this as a thumb rule, then all your questions in the spiritual experiences will be sorted out. What are the experiences of Swamiji? When I sat for meditation, there was some light came, red light came. And then it became yellow. And then it became green. What is this experience? You are standing too long before the traffic signal. And therefore this happened. Please remember one important thing. These experiences do happen. It's not they don't happen, they do happen. But what value we give to them depends on what is your foundation of understanding. See, suppose one day you saw the light. Next day when you sit for meditation, what will be your goal? To see the same light again, not knowing. Meditation is never repeated. Repeatability is possible only in the experience if it is finite. Words are finite. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. You can repeat. Silence, you cannot repeat. And that which is beyond the sound and the silence, how can you repeat it? And if you want to repeat your meditation experience, you are still in an objective field. You are nowhere near your absolute nature. See, friends. And therefore, one has to be extremely careful. This is what Patanjali also says, that when the mind becomes quieter and purer, all kinds of experiences start coming. And if we get carried away by those experiences, we are caught up in Prakriti. And thereafter only one worry. I don't know, that day it was such a nice thing, I had seen light and all that. Last 1 week, not a single day I could see light. And then these people come to Swamiji, I don't know what happened. That day, it was such a nice meditation. It was a very good meditation. Look here. Good meditation. There can be good or bad sound. Silence can neither be good nor bad. See, the form can be beautiful or ugly. The formless sky is neither beautiful nor ugly. Any experience which is finite, which comes, stays and goes, has nothing to do with the reality. See, friends. Otherwise we get lost only in that. And then such frustrated people come. Swamiji, I have been doing Vipassana. It's your problem. What can I do? No, but what is happening, sometime I saw the light and after that I never saw the light. What is the reason? Maybe your bulb has become fused. So, change the bulb. Hold on to this principle. Any experience which comes in time, stays for some time and goes away after some time has nothing to do with the truth. Otherwise, on 30th of February, I had the vision of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And then I celebrate that day. Krishna Darshan Mahotsav. But then what happened thereafter? Thereafter he never came. But why? Because there is nothing like 30th February. Oh. See, friends, all these experiences are only at the level of matter. These are the projections by the mind. A devotee of Krishna, a Pushti Margi. There are two paths. One is Pushti Marga, second is Kashti Marga. Pushti Margis are Gujarati. Chapan bhog, datke khao, Krishna, Krishna. And the second one is Kashti Margi. Those people in Maharashtra walking from Alandi to Pandharpur in a terrible heat and rain and barefooted, that is the Kashti Marga. And both of them, these Gujaratis become Pushti and they become Kashti. And both of them are equally frustrated. इतने दिन से कर रहे कुछ हुआ नहीं. किसको? भगवान को. See, friends, therefore hold on to this principle. Ma bhut tatha anubhavyatvam bodhatma tu na hiyate. But the experience that we are, na hiyate, can never be rejected. See? Aheyam anupadeyam. The truth is defined or spoken of by Bhagavan Shankaracharya in his commentary on Kenopanishad. Aheyam, that which cannot be rejected. Anupadeyam, therefore there is no need to gain it. When you have never rejected anything, you have never gained it also. See, therefore, ma bhut tatha anubhavyatvam bodhatma tu nahiyate swayam jyotir bhavattesha porosmad bhasate khilar tameva bhantamanveti tadbhasa bhasyate jagata. Now this is the mantra which comes from Kathopanishad and Mundakopanishad. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kuto yamagnihi tameva bhantamanubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. This mantra is quoted in this particular verse, shloka. While we were coming, we saw both the sun and the moon facing each other. When the sun was not around, moon was shining with its cool, glorious light. See? And that is why during the full moon time, all the inmates of an asylum, they celebrate. They are called Muni people, And when the sun rises, for a few moments, the patch of moon will be seen in the sky as a dead stalk without even this much of light. No brightness. And as the sun comes further, the moon disappears. See? So even before the moon was there, sun was there. And in the light of the sun alone the moon is revealed. In the same manner, before anything is created, the truth existed as it is. Otherwise, what we will have to say? That the world has come out of non-existence. Can the world come out of non-existence? Out of non-existence, nothing can come out. See, can the ornaments come out of non-existence? No. They do not exist in the gold, but the gold exists. And then what do? We superimpose the name and the form on the gold, and then the gold itself plus the name and the form and the utility is called as an ornament. In the same manner, this whole world is earlier existing as absolute existence, and on this absolute existence, names and forms are superimposed, and they are so violently superimposed that the substratum, the pure existence, is hidden behind the names and the forms. See? And when we are able to withdraw our attention from the names and the forms, do we experience absence? We say the name is absent, the form is absent, but the one who was illuminating their presence and absence is the eternal existence. See? Therefore, one existence with the superimposition of names and forms is called as the world, and the same existence with the superimposition on the Panchakoshas, what we are studying, is called as the Jiva. And when we go beyond the limitations of the Panchakoshas, the world of names and forms disappear. See? As in case of deep sleep, what is the deep sleep? In deep sleep, we go beyond the names and the forms. In the deep sleep, we are neither man nor woman, form. See, neither Guptaji nor Varmaji name. But we are there. So this eternal existence, when supports the objective names and forms, is called as the world, and the same eternal existence, when supports the Panchakoshas, is called as the Jiva. And then this Panchakosha personality becomes the experiencer, and the world becomes experience. And therefore, this world is nothing but absolute conscious blissful existence if you delete the names and the form. Therefore, Swayam Jyotihi Bhavateshaha. So this absolute conscious existence is Swayam Jyotihi, self-illumined. See? Suppose you are in a very dark room and somebody, your mother asks, who is there in that room? Mummy, I am there. How do you know? There is no light. Do we require light to know our own presence? Do we know our presence through the agency of sense organs or the mind or the intellect? No. This is another simple way to look at the truth. That about which we do not invoke the activation of the sense organs and the mind and the intellect, that experience is our essential nature. See, na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. Take this example. In a dark room, the candle light is very bright. But there is candle in that room burning. Who illuminates it? Our eyes. So our eyes are brighter than the candle light. The light of the eyes is brighter than the candlelight. Then only it can be illumined. Our eyes also illuminate the brightness of the sun. So the light of our eyes is brighter and more powerful than the light of the sun. See? And the light of mind illuminates the light of the eyes. So the light of the mind is more powerful than the light of the eyes. And therefore, as when the sun rises, the moon cannot illuminate the sun. In the same manner, the candle cannot illuminate the vision cannot illuminate the mind, and the mind can never know the consciousness, because the light of the consciousness is still brighter than the light of the mind. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. It is in the light of the consciousness alone that the mind is activated, the sense organs are activated, and the objects are illumined. And therefore, this eternal presence, how can we say? When Panchakoshas are rejected, there is nothing remaining. So, Swayam Jyotihi Bhavateshaha. One child asked me this question. Swamiji, who created God? So I asked him, Beta, who asked you to ask me this question? Mummy asked me. See? Because such a stupid question is never asked by children. The quality of the question tells the quality of the questioner who has asked this question. I said, Mama, what is the problem? Is there any problem between you and your husband? Swami, how do you know? I said, from your question. Whenever anybody asks a question about God and the world, why God has created this world, understand, he is frustrated. When you go to a hill station, you go and enjoy there. Do you ask a question, who established Shimla, which year? You must be an archaeologist. An archaeologist never likes the latest things. Therefore, an archaeologist loves his wife more and more as she becomes old and old. So, who created God? If God is created, then He is not God. It is uncreated existence. Even our own experience, if you take, do we have the experience of our birth? We don't have. We don't have the experience of our growth. It is somebody who, first time calls us, Auntie, what is the time? That time, if you remember your that experience, you get so angry. Don't call me Auntie, call me Didi. But Auntie, you look like Auntie, don't call me. See, there was one lady, must be in her late 40s. And they went to some place, maybe this Ajanta Ellora caves. The whole group, about 10-20 of them. And this one particular lady, she had not dyed her hair. So they were sufficiently white here and there. And those ladies who were selling the things like, some berries and all that, they said to this lady, Aji, tummi jnana. And this lady got so angry, she decided not to take anything from her, even if she gives free. Why? Why she called me Dadi? Do I look like that? She asked me. I said, no, you look sweet 16. See, friends, we have never experienced that we are growing, nor we ever experience we die. This eternal presence. Now what sadhana is required for this? Therefore, tameva bhantam tad bhasas idam bhasyate jagat. So it is in the light of the consciousness alone that the mind is functional. In the light of the mind, the sense organs are functional. In the light of the sense organs, the world exists. So where is everything existing? Only in this absolute conscious existence. See? This journey in meditation is not in space. This journey in meditation is not in time. This journey in meditation doesn't take you anywhere. This journey and meditation is a total loss, not a gain. Like many times, how much time it will take? That much time, as much time a wife takes to become a woman. See, therefore, tameva bhantamanveti tad bhasa bhasyate jagat. Yenedam janate sarvam tat kenanyena janatam vijñātāram kena vidyāt shaktam vedyetu sadhanam. Yena idam sarvam janate, that because of which everything is known. See? Now see, I have been talking for last 33 minutes, 57 seconds. Out of these 33 minutes, how many minutes you heard me? Even this is not heard. I am constantly talking. Your ears are open, not like a hippo. Hippo has the facility. They can close the ear and open the ears, Like we can close our eyes and open, they can close their ear and open their ear. So you can't close your ears, so I am constantly talking. And yet you did not hear. Why? Because the mind was not behind the ears. Where the mind has gone, subah subah chai mili nahi aaj. I don't know what to do with these people. No tea in the morning, and we came here without a tea to play the golf. See? So, mind, if it is there, then only sense organs are functional. And if the consciousness is not able to express as mind through any body, that body is inert, dead. Because the consciousness has to manifest as a mind, then only that body is enlivened. So because of the consciousness, the body is not live and dead. Because of the ability of the body, which can express the consciousness of as mind or not, that depends on this. It is determined whether the body is alive or dead. See, friends. Therefore, yena idam janate sarvam. All colors and forms are known by the eyes. Like, this mic, my eyes can see. Will the mic see my eyes? It cannot. Similarly, the mind is known by the conscious reality. Mind can never know what is the consciousness. See? And therefore, because we cannot make the conscious reality as an object of knowledge, does it mean that it doesn't exist? This is the main theme. Therefore, yena idam janate sarvam, tat kena annena janatam. Otherwise, there will be a problem. See, this